matchups are going to be tough. We know it. But you would love first. You would love to have that winner's round 1 bye. For LA Thieves, I mean, a win here, you get the bye. If you get second to me isn't the worst place because they would play the Gorillas in round 1. I think they should be able to beat the Gorillas in round 1. But, I mean, with maybe some preparation, the Gorilla, it's a little bit different when you kind of know your opponent. Maybe they can prepare a little bit different. Gorillas can be a very good search and destroy team as well. So it could get a little, basically win the game, get first. A bye sounds awesome.
Hold on, I'm looking at my phone right before this. Yes. So Minnesota's already locked at 4.
Okay.
So yeah, that graphic was not correct. Yeah. So New York is in the top 3.
Like,
it's just whether they're second or I was too when I first looked at it. It's whether they're second or third, and you nailed it. The reason third's such a big deal. Yeah, I don't want to play OPTIC first round. Hell no, that sounds horrible. That's not. It's not what you want at all. So definitely pressure on Empire here to go big. More on them certainly than on Thieves, you would say. And then for Clay and the NYSL side of it, yeah, you're rooting for an Empire upset, which is odd because you were just desperately trying to beat them, but now you are pulling for them.
I mean, I don't really know if they care who they play right now, honestly. Just the kind of form they've been in.
You might be right.
I really don't think they mind whoever they play. They've sort of been in the gauntlet since the start of it, just trying to figure out. But off to Raid Hardpoint, interesting stat. Neither of these teams have played an official Raid Hardpoint in a match. So both looking to go 1-0 or 0-1. Off the start, a good amount of time for Empire. They're going to find the final 10 seconds. They do, though, have LA Thieves already set up inside a kitchen. But towards the back and playing the spawns will be the Empire.
Let's go to our Game Fuel featured player. It's going to be Hook, and well, that's an example of why he is the featured player. Quality shots there, but on the other side of it, Krim is on 5 in a row before he falls. Kenny 4 in a row on the other side, but Hook right back into the mixer.
Well,
right into the hard point.
I was going to say, after that Hook play, Kenny found 5 kills. He's up to 6-2.
Yeah.
But Hook, his team had the spawn. He spawns up, gets right back into it. You can just see what makes him such a special player. Just, he plays his life really well. He can do it all. He really can. His Dallas Empire continue to fight their way through. Now, this has to be a big hold for LA Thieves. It just has to be because you get in a position where if you lose Garage, that's 3 hills in a row. You're looking at a major deficit. Slasher is going to spawn up. You have Kenny inside a courtyard. This should get traded, and it will. Meanwhile, on the other side, have some pressure out of Illy. Trying to do what he can, but he's all alone right now. But you actually see number 1. Kenny spawns out. So they have a 4 versus 3 if they fly right now.
Yeah, it's just what timing does Kenny get? Does he end up coming up behind him and finding a pick as the push comes in? But Illy does find the entry. You've got a chance they pick it up. It's Krim.
Oh,
Krim picks it up. Kenny's going to get dropped. There's the break, and now Thieves are in trouble. Big trouble. Already down 60. They lose control nearly instantly. 5 in a row for the man you said had to pick it up. It's Illy sitting at 6-3, 9-4 for Krim. And Hook popping off since the beginning. What a start from Empire.
Yeah, huge break. Going to be up towards 100 points. That's just what happens when you lose 3 hills in a row. I guess the best thing for them, I don't think you have streaks on the side of Empire. So basketball court coming up next. They can find a full 60 here, which will make the scoreline look a lot less ugly. Yeah, so no streaks were earned at least. But they need this one. I mean, you lose this one and map's almost over.
Yeah, that's how it would feel. But if you're Empire, you're in such a good spot. You have a massive lead. You're looking for another break, but you were on point. One of our keys to victory was not coming out flat. They did not come out flat. They came out on fire. Let's go to an Astro Listen-In with Empire.
He's one bullet.
I'm one shot as well.
Slide him. Back it.
In a week.
We can probably hit Hill. Yeah.
He went inside.
He's gonna fly mid. You're running
I'm going back.
I'm one shot here.
He's just going there.
Yeah, I'm one shot.
Honestly, I'm going.
I'm dead. I got nade. I
Good.
got
L, Kenny
Good
dead.
job, baby.
He's done. I cut Teach.
I get a good rotation right here. Full 60. I spawn laundry, yo. There's spawning.
Austin old one shot.
I don't know where they're spawning. I spawn laundry. I'm holding laundry though.
Yeah, one could be in
One
there.
Yeah, it's a new. Donnie, that fucking
Nice,
smoke.
good job.
Easy.
Easy.
Two.
Two?
I'm on
Yeah,
it.
2.
Z dead. Another guy's Z board right now.
Try and
Challenge.
get one.
No, he's one
He's
shot.
one shot, you're good.
I'm
Get
here,
it,
here.
sit down, get it, sit down. I have
Yeah,
one guy
yeah,
could have got his Z. No,
I
no,
want Z. We're good.
Water teacher.
Yeah, yeah.
Donnie, chop one bullet.
Water
with teacher's hurt.
Sit down, sit down.
Watch out,
Ten pillars. Sit down,
Kitchen,
win, baby.
kitchen.
Make it win,
Kitchen,
stay down,
Watch
stay
out,
down.
watch your kitchen.
One shot, one water. Nice. Yo,
Watch out,
I saw mine. I
Kitchen,
saw
kitchen dead.
Nice.
Z, 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 Z.
Full steps on.
You're
Full
gonna be
steps
full
on.
step.
Yeah, swing out full step.
Look
Look at Z.
I think my favorite part of that, I think it was Hoop, but whoever was like trying to pick up the spawn, and then at one point he goes, I don't know where they're spawning.
See, I have no idea, actually. I actually, yeah. I mean, very intense, though, right on. You can just tell it's a little bit of a different match for them. Really bringing the intensity. Shots, he was talking some smack. His mic, by the way, it sounded beautiful and crisp. Just different than the others. But they fight back in. They're going to keep this lead. LA Thieves with a nice basketball hold. The Dallas Empire, they get majority of this time here. Now it's a fight back for that first hill over towards ring. Kenny and Slasher already there. They find a couple of kills. But that was a big bounce back of basketball. It was much needed from LA.
Just a reminder of how crucial this is for Empire. If you win, you got to buy. You're chilling till like Friday. Tournament starts Wednesday. If you lose, you're playing OPTIC round 1. Maybe that's why you're hearing the passion, and they're coming out on fire, but that massive lead gets chipped away at.
And that's what Reed can do. I mean, with the way the hills work, spawns, it takes some time. They can be difficult to break. So when you're getting those holes, you have to convert them into time. We didn't see that from LA Thieves, but now we're starting to see it. Basketball over towards ring now. Haven't had a lot of pressure out of the Dallas Empire. Temps starting to heat on up to a 5 spree. They also have spawns for next with 12 seconds left. You see Empire, they gotta go. Well, Slasher and Temp are gonna be ready for it. You have Slasher inside of money. Kenny locking down Zig. A big comeback, and it's one of the reasons they've been so tough to beat. Just fundamentally, they know what they need to do going into the map.
Yeah, now they're thinking, all right, we did it. If we didn't screw up at Garage, we're probably, we got a big lead. So now can they do this better? Can they hold Kitchen and maybe do a better job on the other side of it? And well, granted, they'll be in a much different position if they actually get the Kitchen hold throughout this. But we're back to our game field feature player. He's trying to get the entries. He is able to take down 1, but TJ ready for the second challenge. So far, they've traded efficiently enough that they're still getting the time inside of the point. There's a one-on-one on the point, and TJ is going to win that. Ook getting kills mid. But in the objective, it's still TJ. TJ's like stayed alive this entire time. Won like 3 different one-on-ones at the point, allowing his team to kind of focus on the rotation across. The one person here is going to be Hook, and then what, the rest of the Thieves roster.
Yeah, I was going to say, I actually love that play with like 25 seconds. Hook is over here already. Both of those players probably going to spawn out. They absolutely do. So Hook makes the play, finds 3. There's only 1 player left in Kenny. He wins that rotation by himself. Up to 22 kills, leading his team. Well, it gives them those spawns. And that's another one. What? That's the second garage in a row. You have the rotation. You have the man advantage. You lose it if you're the LA Thieves.
And that just felt good. Because sometimes we go to our game field feature player because we need to. And sometimes they just get smoked. But in that particular situation, Hook just lit up the entire roster of Thieves. It had a massive break there for Empire, but getting right back into it as Thieves. About a 25-point difference between these two teams. Temp, TJ, aligning it up. We'll have just about a tie game if they get the remainder of this time. But, yeah, that was a brilliant moment from Hoop.
A brilliant moment, but actually, I mean, it was LA Thieves who broke with about 35 seconds left. And it's just not the worst thing
fast,
if you're
right?
Empire, because you will have the basketball set up. You get enough time here. You win the map. Last time through, Dallas Empire couldn't get the break. We'll see. The Thieves try to go for this. Temp trying to win a one-on-one towards the back. They're going for kitchen control. The trades right now go the way of Empire. That's all they have to do. They keep the man advantage. Pressure now coming from low water. Slasher trying to get into a position, but he's got to wait for his teammates. And you can just see they're trying to go for cutout. They're trying to go for money. And then from that position, they can try and hit both sides. That'll be the play. Here they go. Here comes the break.
And the break is through, and
Is it? Is it? Okay.
Well, okay, yeah, there it is. Well, the problem They were all stacked up so far in the back. Like, the spawn was so close for Thieves, right? Like, you had no one pushed up 2 money, no one pushed up at all. The Thieves spawn close, they're able to flood it, but answering right back will be Empire. Now, they cannot win it here. They can get within 5 or so points if they get the rest of this time. But the next hard point we head to is really where Thieves started that rally to come back when they went down big in the opening. I got a feeling this one's going to be going down to the final seconds.
Yeah, attempt. You saw he tried to make the play, actually, to just get that player off the scrap time, and he's going to get taken down. Kenny gets taken down as well. Krim and Hook, they find the openings. They fly on through. The setup just wasn't as crisp as you would want if you're the LA Thieves. Illy finds 2 more. Dallas Empire close it out. It is the hot start for Empire. LA Thieves try to bring it back. You get close, but it's a couple of big breaks from the Empire that wins them the game.
Yeah, I was wrong. I really thought with their, trying to get into that setup with them mid-map that, they were going to kind of push this one the distance, but it was a story of breaks.
And we've seen that a couple times where you're on the board with 10, with like 10 seconds left to scrap. He's thinking he wants to win a one-on-one on a basketball court just to get them off scrap. I don't know if it's worth it because he gets taken down and that kind of changes the setup a little bit. If he gets into money in kitchen, it is difficult for the Empire to get through because you had a player sort of watching water stairs, you had a player inside a ring. With him going down, that's when you see the slide out come out. The player on the hill is basically in a 1 versus 2.
Yeah, because I guess, is there really that big of a difference if they have 245 or 240?
I don't know. It could be, right?
Yeah, I guess, but yeah, I agree with you. I think your focus just has to be on next. If they can't win the game on court, put whatever you can into locking down the next one. If it's going to be a difference of 5 or so seconds, but let's look